Good morning, everyone. This morning I want to touch the topic of complaining. One thing I realize that a lot of people do complain more than how they give thanks. I know life can be stressing, your jobs, your sickness, whatsoever the problem is, it can be stressing. But the answer is not complaining. The answer is give thanks, give God praise through the circumstances. That's what's going to make you reach your blessing. Praise and giving thanks. Two things in life. There are two types of people in life that it's hard to be amongst them. A person who always complaining, refusing to give him thanks, and ungrateful and unthankful person. Let me take you back into the book of Exodus. And when you get time, you can read the book of Exodus about the journey the children of the Israelites journey through the wilderness. You know, God has appeared unto Moses and sent Moses to Egypt to deliver the children of Israel from the bondage of Pharaoh, from the slave master. Pharaoh had the children in Egypt in slave for years. They've been crying out to God for years. The children of Israel been crying out to God for years to be freed from the bondage of Pharaoh. Moses eventually did what God had told him to do, went to Egypt and freed the children. But during the wilderness, while they were journeying through the wilderness, in spite of everything that God did for the children of Israel, they kept on complaining. God food them, gave them clothing, water, provide for them in many different ways. But they kept on complaining. And that was the reason why they got stuck in the wilderness. When it should be a 3 days journey, it became a 40 days, 40 night journey through the wilderness. Why? Because they kept on complaining. Instead of looking forward, instead of giving God thanks, they kept on complaining. I want to say that complaining is not the answer. If you want to receive your blessing, if you want to receive success, you have to give thanks. The Bible said, give thanks in all things. I mean, sometimes in life, the situation may not be what you want it to be. Sickness, pain, problem on the jobs, whatever it is. The answer is not complaining. It is about giving God praise, thanks, even in the immediate situation. A lot of time we face setbacks in life. It's because we complain too much in order to refuse to give thanks. We refuse to give thanks. Remember, whatever you're going through, it's not man going to take you out of it, but it's God. The children of Israel, they kept on complaining. Even their mindset wasn't right. Any little hardship they come upon, their mindset went back to Egypt. They came upon Moses in many ways. Moses, even one of the time, really gave up and cried out to God. God, why? What is this? These are some stiff-necked people. What type of people are these? Moses was a bit drained by the children of Israel because they refused to give thanks. They complain. Let me say, a lot of times we get set back in life because we complain too much. Complain do not do you any. It's two different things to complain than to talk about the thing. two different things. There are times in life, even if you're sick, you're going through situation. Sometimes you don't even have to talk about it because certain situation is between you and God. Yeah. You leave it into the hands of God. Whenever time, I know we are all human and we are all flesh, but whenever time you find yourself complaining more than how you giving thanks, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. The answer to your blessing is to give praise. Give praise in everything. Give praise in the bad times and in the good times. You know, throughout my life, I wouldn't reach this far if it wasn't for God. And my method in reaching where I am today is through my praise. I'm walking on the street and giving praise. In the home and giving praise. Wherever I go, praise. Praise. You know, if you take your mind off the circumstances, the situation that you are in, and just focus on giving God praise, then everything will be well. Sometimes we get caught up too much in the things of this world. Remember, God, it is God who had made us. And God already prepared everything for us. The resources. He knows everything that you are going through. He knows your difficulties. He knows everything. And the only way you can be delivered is through your praises. Your praises will confuse the enemy. Because what the enemy wants to do is to find out your weak spot. And when you complain about things, this is one way he knows that you are weak to the situation because you complain. But even if it is what it is, the situation is there and it's real and it's on your mind. If you praise God and give God thanks through the immediate situation, then you're confusing the devil. Because it is as if you confuse it, as if like he really thinking, oh, what I have to do to get him down. What I have to do to bring him down to the ground. That's what the praises do, confusing him. So remember, let us not be like the children of Israel, who, because of their ungrateful spirit, because they were so unthankful, forgot what God has done for them, where God has brought them from. Remember, before you complain, think of the things that God done for you. Think about that before you even complain about the thing. Think about what God has done for you. Has God has ever done anything for you where you can look back and say, wow, it was God who brought me through? Well, the same God that brought you through that immediate situation is the same God that going to bring you out. All these men in the Bible, I never see where they complain and they came out of their situation. What brought them out of their situation is their praise. I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually in my mouth. As I said before, even if you're sick, yes, it's real. The reality is there. You're sick. But if you can look beyond your sickness, whatever the situation is, if you're financially distressed, remember, God can bring you out. All he wants from us is our praises. Don't be unthankful. Don't be ungrateful. Always give thanks. Just leave the complaining aside. Don't develop a heart of complaining. And don't go around complaining about what people doing to you or stuff like those. Take your eyes off the things of this world. Take your eyes off the negative situation and give God praise. Give God praise throughout the circumstances. Don't develop a habit of complaining. You complain, get up, complain every day, you will stuck in the wilderness like the children of Israel, which took them 40 days, 40 nights. As I said, when it should be a 3 days, only 3 days journey. A lot of time we miss out on our blessing because we complain too much. And I know sometimes we tend to go and we tell everybody about our problem or situation. Sometimes it make it worse. Because sometimes you tell people your situation, they take it. You complain. Rather, you complain to them and they take it and use it against you, and they throw it all over the place because you've been complaining. Develop a life, a praying life, instead of going around complaining about your daily trials. Take everything to God in prayer. Develop an intimate relationship with God where you can pray to God and you feel secure. Your prayer life is important. And when you come in that relationship, when you come in contact with that relationship with God, you will realize that you will take certain things to him. You will feel comfortable in taking your problems to him. As I said, do not be a person who always complains. Use your praise to get you to your destination in life. Only your praise can help you to inherit your blessing. Only your praise. Only that's what God wants from us is our praise. Always use your praise to bring you to that destination. May God bless you. And remember in all things, give thanks.